I am going to smell for the first time. What should I expect? I was born with an internally messed up nose. It looks fine externally, maybe a slight asymmetry, but the real issue with it is it caused weaker breathing and deviated septum and a complete loss of smell. I truly have never smelled a single scent in my life. I am soon to get a surgery to fix my messed up nose and the airways, but also with a very good chance I can smell for the first time ever. I am 23 as well. What I am asking is simple. 1. What should I expect? 2. What should I do? 3. What should I smell, good and bad? 4. Does anyone know how life could change from your own theory and hypothesis? 5. Truly, how hard and insane will this affect my mind? Basically adding on a sense I've never experienced once in childhood, teenage years, and truly never? I found my best friend dead in 29. Found my best friend of 7 years and 27 dead today in his house after he ghosted me about a camping trip we were supposed to go on. I felt something was up, went to his house and found him dead and naked in bed. I was with police for 4 hours, and even now 14 hours later I can't sleep. It was a seizure. I'm sad. Any advice would be appreciated. I think I'm in shock, at least that's what the police said. I'll take whatever I can get from y'all. Redheart. Update. I woke to an astounding amount of advice and condolences, and it truly means the world to me. It will take me a sec, but I will read them as I'm so grateful all of you have taken the time to reach out to me with the humble heart. Thank you. Folded hands, medium dark skin tone. I saw a couple doing sexual stuff at the movie theater yesterday. I went to the movie theater to watch a film with my friend. It's a film for children, but I wanted to go and see it anyway. Me and my friend were sitting at the back row on our own when this couple, they were maybe 18-21, sat next to us. About 10 minutes into the movie I looked over and the guy was fingering the girl. I wasn't able to leave as they had basically trapped me, and so I either had to ignore it or say something. It was so horrible to see. I feel absolutely violated and traumatized. The fact that I was sitting next to them and they decided to do it. Why would they do that? I can't stop thinking about it and I'm not sure what to do. I did tell them to stop and they looked embarrassed and stopped, but I feel so awful. I'm 15. I just don't know why they would do that. I'm sitting here F***king crying for Amanda Bynes right now. She was part of my childhood. She was hilarious. She always seemed happy, cheerful. But my God, what she dealt with. And how such a seemingly happy, innocent part of my childhood was actually so F***ed up, and that the people giving me that happy, innocent part of my childhood were tormented by literal monsters. I saw where someone wrote, she gave up her childhood to give us ours, F***ck. Is that true? Amanda Bynes, you deserved so much better. You deserved nothing but happiness. I'm so sorry. And thank you so much for all the laughter. Edit. I'd also like to add that I'm so F***king proud of her reaching out for help with her mental health struggles, owning up to her mistakes, and a bunch of other stuff. Edit. Didn't mean to make it sound like she died or something. I was emotional. Just got a $250 salary job. I can't tell anyone in my actual life because I don't want to brag, but I need to say it somewhere. I'm 26 and after studying and failing for 3 years I finally landed a specialty job that pays me what I feel is an immense amount of money. I skipped holidays, birthdays, almost everything to prepare for months, and it paid off. I even stopped working out and basically just dedicated all my time to this. I've tried and failed this multiple times and I finally got it. I even negotiated hard after getting a great but lower offer. I was very nervous, but I knew what I needed to do. It's fully remote, has great benefits, and it will change my life. I am beyond happy, but I don't want to tell anyone how much they actually pay me. That is all. I feel amazing right now. My little sister was *ped by our uncle last week. Our parents left my 8-year-old sister at my 16 uncle's house for the weekend while they went on a trip. I was at my girlfriend's house at the time, so I couldn't watch her. Well, our uncle heard her throughout the entire time she was there, and when our parents came to get her they called the police and my sister was hospitalized. Now she's scared to leave our parents or my sides and has to sleep with either of us every night so she feels safe. I blame myself for this since I didn't want to babysit her and chose to be with my GF. My own selfishness has caused her so much pain and will likely impact her the rest of her life. I feel so fucking terrible and that I could have prevented this whole mess from happening. My GF says I couldn't have known, but that doesn't make me feel any better about it. My mom walked in on me having gay **x. I'm 19M and my boyfriend is the same age. We wanted to try and do our first time at home while my mom and dad was away grocery shopping. I won't go into detail how we started, but let's just say I was topping. Suddenly, I heard the front door opening. I didn't think of it first as I thought it was my sister who would come home after a hangout, thinking she would be drunk. But instead it was my mom. She walked in on my boyfriend writing me, and God, it was so embarrassing. I remember the look in her face as she proceeded to lecture me about AIDS NS asteriskit. While I was naked. She forced my boyfriend to go home as she brought in my dad and lecture me, again. She said she wouldn't tell anybody out of disappointment, and God, having to go through my day being reminded of this certain incident pains me. My village thinks I'm a reincarnation of a goddess. This sounds so F*** crazy. But basically my little tiny village from India, my dad's village, we live in the city now, rarely has female kids. They either have passed away as newborns or ran away at a young age. Everyone believes that this because the place is cursed. I'm the only girl who crossed the age of 10 and still visits. I'm 22 now. The place is riddled with tradition and customs that make me uncomfortable. Example, putting money in my shirt and then touch me and saying that they are praying. They think I'm a reincarnation of a goddess here to save the village. King hate the place. I would rather KMS than go back. But I don't want to hurt my dad's feelings. How do I explain this to him without seeming like I'm ungrateful or here to curse the village again? The village consists of about 35 people. Question of ethics. I'm currently staring at a picture of my roommate's boob. Earlier today I told my smoking hot roommate that her screensaver, Mac picture slide thingy, was popping up naked pictures of her. We laughed about it. No biggie, you've seen my boobs before, huh? But she said that she was glad it was just her boobs since she had more filthy pictures as well. So here's the question. She left for the night and her laptop is open and plugged in, screensaver is up and running with naked pics every once in a while. What should I do? I should just close it, right? Edit, let's not upload this too much. She occasionally browses Reddit. Don't think she has an account though. Idiot. God, that was easy. Less than 2 hours to front page, less than 3 hours to top spotter / theory of Reddit. Should have fun with this one. EDI3, BT to dubs. Most of you are creeps. TIFU by flashing my brights at someone who had theirs on. It was about 5 am and I was driving to get some breakfast when some jerk was coming right toward me with his brights on and swerving into my land. I honked and flashed my brights at him, and you guessed it, sirens flips around and asks me for my license and registration. I ask him for the reason of the stop and he says illegal use of high beams. I ask him if it's legal for me to have them on all the time. He says no, and I respectfully say that his are currently on and were when he was driving toward me and in my lane. Thankfully no ticket and not even a written warning, but it'll make me think twice about the flashing of my headlights from now on. TLDR, flashed my lights at an oncoming car with their brights on, turned out to be a cop.